and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Krystal Paco, so glad you could join us. A University of Guam language drive is asking for the public to support and help revive language requirements at the University of Guam. Isabaza has more.
For me, this is very personal because I now teach the Chamorro language, but I did not grow up speaking Chamorro.
Professor Dr. Michael Bavacqua said he was an art major when he took his first Chamorro language class at UOG.
It changed my life because it connected me to my grandparents, it connected me to this island, it just changed everything.
He's spearheading a petition to keep UOG's one-year language requirement in place.
A proposal to change general education requirements is currently under consideration by UOG President Dr. Robert Underwood and would reduce the number of language requirements for undergraduate students by half, from 1 full year to only 1 semester.
The proposed changes have been in the works for several years and are now in the final stages. They stem in part from efforts to reduce credit hours needed for students to graduate.
Under the current system, like a student in certain science programs end up with like 130 credits and they can't graduate in 4 years. So they were supposed to reduce the credits to make it fit within 124, 120. But the problem is they did not necessarily want to, certain majors didn't want to reduce their required classes. So they said, well, let's cut the GE instead.
While Bavacqua thinks the change is pushing UOG down the wrong path, especially considering these classes increase cognitive skills, raise test scores, and enhance global awareness. UOG President Dr. Robert Underwood said the change was requested by the UOG Faculty Senate.
The petition is directed at me to kind of overrule them, but I'm not really in that position to do that. Had I been voting on it, I might have voted against it. But, you know, the process is I preside over a process. I'm not the decider of each and every element of it.
He added students can still take additional language classes if they choose, and individual programs can increase requirements for their specific program.
So it's not like the all hope is gone for languages here on campus.
To learn more about the petition, you can visit UOGLanguageDrive.com. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isabaza.
An advisory committee has been formed to help determine whether mass transit bus fares should be increased. The Guam Regional Transit Authority postponed taking action late last year on any bus fare increase until a 9-member advisory group of stakeholders was formed to give recommendations. GRTA Executive Manager Rick Augustin says the group will meet over the next 60 days to come up with different fare structures and recommendations. Augustin adds he will not be involved in the process of the advisory group in order to avoid any swaying of decisions. A trio of public hearings were held late last year, however, only attracted 3 dozen people in total. This proposed bus fare increase would be the first hike in nearly 3 decades. If you have a computer or smartphone, you'll soon be able to pay your hospital bill at the click of a button. The Guam Memorial Hospital's new online payment system, which would allow patients to view bills, set up recurring payments, and even receive notices and reminders, is now in the final stages. Chief Financial Officer Benita Menglotnia.
The project has commenced and it's ongoing right now. It's been built and we're hoping that it will be completed by the end of the month, early February. And this would really be good for our patients because it will give them the ability to pay anywhere.
In addition to convenience, the system is expected to generate revenue through ease of payment and by reducing expenditures for mailing bills and notices. It's expected to go live by this March. After listening to concerns from local veterans, Senators Dennis Rodriguez Jr. and Josen Augustin are looking into developing a comprehensive Veterans Community Center. The senators serve as chair and vice chair of the legislature's Committee on Military Affairs. The lawmakers say this is not just a new office for Guam Veterans Affairs Office, but a true comprehensive community center. The vision is to have a shared multi-purpose resource center for various veterans organizations to centralize all veteran services under one roof and to provide a meeting place for fellowship and camaraderie. Roundtable discussions are in the plan are in planning stages to discuss the idea further. It's meant to save lives, but it may now be at risk. As Ken Quintanilla reports, efforts are underway by the Hadza Foundation to help save medicinal plants and preserve the practice of traditional healing.
It's not necessarily dying, but according to Hadza Foundation President Zita Pangilinan, the art of traditional healing faces a threat on Guam.
We're trying to revitalize it, but we are at risk. And it does require that all of us pay attention and do our part in preserving and promoting and perpetuating it.
The Hadza Foundation was established more than a decade ago to promote, preserve, and perpetuate the traditional healing practice. Pangilinan recently spoke to the Mayor's Council of Guam to get their help in getting more people involved.
We need to do more outreach. We've been doing the outreach, but we are so happy at this point in time that we've now got this major documentary about to be released, and our next step is to go throughout the villages.
The soon-to-be-released documentary and village outreach coincide with even bigger efforts established just last summer during FestPac. Pangilinan says one of the biggest hurdles people encounter is trying to find a healer, so they've expanded efforts to the entire Marianas and beyond.
On May 22nd, we opened on Guam the first traditional healing center, Gumat Zoamti. And we hosted 13 countries, quite a few healers, and these healers, we recognize throughout the Pacific the different challenges and issues, and wanted to get together and formed a consortium and chartered a consortium so that we can network, we can support each other, find ways to support healing the people of the Pacific.
While these efforts are promising, Pangilinan admits they still face many challenges, including the lack of healers, which she estimates is around 20.
Right now, it's the healers. While they want to pass on their knowledge to their children and grandchildren, the children don't want to take it on. And our loss of the jungles and the plants and the medicine that are not accessible. So those are huge threats to the perpetuating our traditional healing.
The potential loss of medicinal plants has prompted stakeholders to come together to address and protect certain areas on Guam, such as the Texan or Retidian. Pangilinan says meetings are underway to start the dialogue. Meanwhile, for more information, call 747-2683 or 727-7717 or visit them at Sagan Katuran Chamorro at Oka Point. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
The Guam Bar has announced a new board of governors. The GBA will be led by President-elect Jackie Turlahi, Vice President Meenakshi Hamlani, Secretary John Turlahi, and Treasurer Phil Tidinko. Members at large are Joaquin Areola Jr. and Andrew Kenga. And we are proud to bring you one of our newer segments. We've partnered with Title Guarantee to present the Good Neighbor Award. Once a month, we are featuring a Good Samaritan in our community and highlighting their everyday acts of selflessness. This month, we feature a group of realtors who work all year long to make Guam a better place to live.
The Good Neighbor, presented by Title Guarantee, Guam's first, oldest, and most experienced title and escrow company.
They're more than just realtors.
Our group is to remind people what realtors are here for. We're not only here to help you find homes, but we're also part of this community, and we want to volunteer and be able to help different events and different associations and groups.
Shalyn Allen is the chairperson of the Guam Association of Realtors Community Affairs Committee, a group passionate about lending a hand to the less fortunate on Guam. In 2016, they participated in numerous events to help Guam's foster children, Sanctuary Incorporated, Kamlin Caradot, and the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Guam. For Realtor and committee member PJ Uggan, his favorite service in 2016 was the coastal cleanup. Over 40 realtors partnered with the Girl Scouts and the Amatic Mayor's Office to beautify the southern coastal areas.
To see the effort of everybody come together was just amazing. It's giving ourselves, right? So I think that's where the best trophy is to give yourself.
For Guam Association of Realtors President Maria Miller, she was most touched by the efforts to collect food for the hungry.
It's an honor to be able to do something for the community, like for them to see that we're not just realtors out here to make money. We really do care about the community. We'd like to have everyone be a homeowner, of course, but we also would like to help the communities develop and to help, the single parent and the orphan and the foster children.
For Alan, it was an eye-opening experience when they delivered the canned goods to Sanctuary Incorporated.
Taking the food there and seeing how thankful the people were, and one of the people that live at Sanctuary, her baby was there, and they were watching the baby while she was at school, and I thought, this is amazing.
With the new year ahead, the GAR Community Affairs Committee is already planning a full calendar of events. According to Vice Chairman Vincent Calvo, they want residents to know the American dream can be your reality.
One of the things that we wanted to do this year, we've tried it before, but we wanted a little bit more success this year, is the town hall meetings. And that's getting the community involved, and anyone that's kind of really on the fringes of home ownership that just kind of need the extra push or education. We want to be able to engage them in a town hall style.
But the outreach doesn't stop there. Member Lolita Munoz says they plan to partner with the Department of Education to give high schoolers a head start on home ownership.
We would like to educate, let's say, seniors graduating soon. We want to give them some tips on financial advice and what it's like to become a homeowner. There's a lot of things out there. If they don't have the right education, they might make a mistake on their credit, which might hurt them purchasing a house later. So DOE, we're coming for you.
If you see the committee out, you'll likely see new member Justin Brown. Brown says he's ready for 2017, and he's excited to get more involved not only in the community, but working with his colleagues.
I was asked to get involved, and I did a lot of volunteer work in high school, so it's exciting to get back in the saddle and help the community again.
As a recipient of this month's Good Neighbor Award, the Guam Association of Realtors Community Affairs Committee has selected Sanctuary Incorporated. Title Guarantee will donate $100 to the nonprofit on their behalf.
The Good Neighbor, presented by Title Guarantee, Guam's first, oldest, and most experienced title and escrow company.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll rehash some of the big stories of the past week, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers report. Keep it here.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens,
it's a beautiful day.
We rely on the people we trust,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a beautiful,
who we can always count on,
beautiful day.
and the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
Hafide, and welcome back to Weekend Edition. And this is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past week. And to my right, Issa, what were you up to this week?
Okay, so one of the stories I covered had to do with local middle schools. Last week there was a riot at Benjamin's Middle School, 16 students suspended. And then there was also an incident at F.B. Leon Guerrero Middle School where 5 students jumped the gate and they returned at the end of the school day intoxicated, belligerent. 4 of them attempted to harm some of the staff with rocks and pipes, while another I found this out at a meeting that senators had with the school officials earlier in the week. Turns out that one of the students never returned and was found unconscious at a nearby bus stop. So a scary situation, and so some senators wanted to find out what's going on, what are the needs of the school, how can they assist. So one thing that became apparent was that there aren't enough school aides. So this is a tale that we've been telling for a long time. So FBLG has 1,100 students and only 4 school aides, and 1 is on leave, so only 3. So they were asking for more resources and maybe more community partnerships, different ways to help address these issues at the school. How about you, Ken?
Well, I spoke about it last week, and this week, Senators Michael Nicholas and Regine Biscoli, they came out to defend their Bill 11. This would repeal raises for elected and appointed officials. During the press conference, Senator Biscoli was saying, this is basically what everyone has been saying on the campaign trail, so they're following their word, and to repeal this original sin, as she called it. And Senator Nicholas also noted that even though Adelup has been saying that these rollbacks would harm the ability to retain or recruit people, that has never been the case. Never see them having a hard time fill these positions. And they also noted that there's been the governor's office has been noting about the disparity in pay, like someone lower than him getting paid more. And they were saying in the States, actually, certain positions, they get paid more than the governor. So it's not that big of a deal for them. But, we'll see. The bill hasn't been referred yet. There hasn't been a public hearing, but like the last hearing last year or 2 years ago when they had about the raises, it brought up so many people. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, and one of the stories that I covered this week was the visit here of the director of the U.S. Air National Guard, General Rice. He's here on a more or less a fact-finding mission. But one of the things he said was he commended the Guam Guard as one of the top, in his mind, one of the top units in the entire country for our patriotism. We have, I believe, one of the highest, if not the highest, yeah, we have one of the participations, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for, in the entire country. And he also said that there's a possibility that the Guam Guard will expand, particularly because they're looking into cybersecurity. And I guess it's our location out here in the Pacific that would make us one of the top candidates for that. I also covered a court proceeding that had to do, that's been going on for about four years now, or more than 4 years. This is the legal battle between the airport and duty-free shoppers. And duty-free was attempting to extend the date for the trial, and they were successful. But one of the things that came out during the documents that were submitted were a series of allegations that the airport put out after their review of documents, correspondence, and emails from DFS, and they alleged some improprieties. And they said, the attorney said that a lot of it was still not they were still not able to discuss them publicly because they were still under protection, but that may come out in future court proceedings. So we'll be watching that.
And as for myself, I went to the beach a few times this week, and it's not what you think. It's actually a viewer-submitted photo I received of a fence going up at the popular beach, Gun Beach. And so it was on Monday that fence was erected, and it says private property, and it gives you a phone number for Attorney Todd Thompson. And everyone was wondering what that fence was for, and everyone believed that Gun Beach was public access beach or public beach. It's not actually a public beach, but Guam law does give you public access to the beach. So I spoke with the owner who was saying, hey, it's bad. It's such a bad problem. Trash is such a bad problem. Illegal dumping was getting out of hand. So basically the fence is there so people will not dump. But you could still go around. Myself personally, I walked right through the volleyball court. You can still access the beach. He reassures people they can still access the beach. We went there on Tuesday, or we went there Wednesday with the Guam EPA, and we followed them on their inspection of the site, and we didn't see anything. We saw a light litter, as they call it, but that was on public access. So again, if you're from Guam and you call it home, you should pick up your trash and put it in the right place. If you see something, pick it up, throw it away. It's really not that hard. Also, there's the Island Beautification Task Force cleanup this weekend you can participate in. And again, you should report illegal dumping to Guam EPA. You can do that on their website. That's epa.guam.gov or something like that. You can also call us here at KUAM or email us at reporters@kuam.com if you have any news stories for us.
The Shop Guam E-Festival is back and better than ever. GBB has teamed up with over 100 Shop Guam vendors to give you access to hundreds of deals and discounts. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and get real-time alerts on offers nearest you to dine, shop, play, and save. So many great deals to enjoy until February 4th. Download the app today. The Shop Guam E-Festival is a GBB signature event, making Guam a better place to live, work, and visit.
Start this year with something new in your driveway during Cars Plus Something New sales event. Make a resolution to expand your horizons with Jeep, the most awarded best-selling SUV brand. Like a Jeep Renegade or Jeep Compass, your choice. Save up to $4,000 or save $4,500 off a Jeep Grand Cherokee. How about the Jeep Cherokee 75th Anniversary Edition with savings up to $5,500 off. Stop in today for quick and easy financing. It's our Something New sales event going on now at Cars Plus and 19. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes, from caring for our land through the Adaki Itano program to generously supporting our local charity. Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sidza Smaasi Matson.
Get ready to take flight at the 2017 United Airlines Guam Marathon, April 9th. Register now for the 5K, 10K, half, and full marathon. 4 races in one great event. Run in paradise with thousands of local and international runners. Enjoy new features such as the Holiday Expo, the Barbecue Beach Party, and the upcoming Runners Perk program, Eat, Shop, Run. Learn more. Visit our Facebook or Instagram and register now at UnitedGuamMarathon.com.
Hey, you been sale shopping, Jerry?
Yeah, starting the year off right. Saved hundreds. How about you?
Yeah, getting a fresh start myself.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You're into that kind of thing.
Your GMC dealer has a better way to start off the new year. Trade up to GMC Sierra for the new year. Get nearly $7,600 total value on a specially equipped brand new 2017 Sierra SLT Crew Cab model. Visit AutoSpot GMC today.
Everybody, the very disturbing news befell our island community, talking about riots up at northern high schools, which we've come to learn, Officer Paul Tapao with the Guam Police Department, was a result of underage drinking. This is a very serious problem in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. We're starting to see a rise of, coming in from the reports, coming in from the respective precincts, not just in the northern side, but throughout the island. The consumption of alcohol with our minors, and it's starting to take its effect as the community is starting to see now the dark side where kids who are under the influence, they start to get into violent behavior. And this is something that we need to address as a community.
Now, of course, the obvious question becomes, why are parents not more involved, or how, probably even more to the point, how can parents get more involved to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore?
And that's a great, great that you brought up the parents, because we stress this in the School Crime Stoppers program, that it takes the school to help with the kids with their education, but we need the parents to get involved with this, with the kids, whether it be the disciplinary part or just knowing what the kids are doing on a day-to-day basis. You know, if the parents play more of a role with the kids, they get involved with the kids and hear what the school has to offer, and, you know, also see what the kids are doing, you're going to see a dip, or actually a drastic change in the child's attitude and behavior when it comes to peer pressure, such as consumption of alcohol, or maybe even, you know, dangerous drugs such as butane. So parents do play that important role.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the Guam that you and I grew up in, we're about the same age. There was a problem of, you know, store owners potentially selling alcohol to young children and everything like that. You guys have really cracked down on that, and you know, stores face really serious penalties if they get caught doing that kind of thing.
Yes, with the laws, with the 21 and over, it's been, you know, it's been coming down on them. ABC has actually, we've worked with ABC in operations such as Dragon Slayer and underage drinking. And we also want to introduce our, you know, acknowledge our other government agencies such as Guam Behavior, Health and Wellness, for putting out programs for the youth in the community about underage drinking. These guys have played a vital role, and they've been that missing piece, that link that we as police officers actually failed to see, because now you have organizations such as the Youth for Youth reaching out to the kids and telling them about the dangers of alcohol and everything, not just alcohol, but also drugs. So now we're starting to see that gap that we're actually bridging and being able to reach out. And of course, we have our agencies such as Department of Youth Affairs, Sanctuary Incorporated, and of course, all our nonprofits such as Island Girl, all getting involved in addressing issues surrounding our kids.
And of course, there is a way that we as community members can get involved and help solve crime. It's by getting involved in this week's Crime of the Week.
Yes, this week is a robbery, and what's weird about it was that this happened in a span of 2 weeks and at the same location where the possible suspect is a minor.
All right, let's find out the information.
The Guam Police Department needs the community's assistance in reference to 2 robberies that occurred on Route 1 Marine Corps Drive by the entrance to Carlos Heights in Upper Tumon. Now, according to the police report, the first incident occurred on Monday, the 16th of January at around 8 in the evening. The first victim was walking on the northbound sidewalk area towards the Micronesia Mall. As a female victim approached Carlos Heights, an unknown male approached the victim from behind and grabbed the victim's cell phone. The suspect was last seen by witnesses running into Carlos Heights. The second incident occurred on Tuesday, the 24th of January at around 10 in the evening. The female victim was walking by Carlos Heights when an unknown male approached the victim from behind and grabbed the victim's shoulder sling bag and was last seen running into Carlos Heights. Both victims identified the suspect to be a shirtless male local, possibly a minor. He was last seen wearing a dark hat and dark colored shorts. As a result of the 2 robberies, no one was hurt. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615, 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, we appreciate it as always. So once more, is there anything that we can do to make your job easier and, you know, like make sure that kids aren't consuming alcohol?
Just get involved. You know, we ask the parents, and we're reaching out to the parents to please get involved in your child's daily lives. I know it's a hard transition because we're working, but take that time to find out what your child is doing, what activities are they partaking in school, and know their friends. Who are their friends? It's really important, you know, that you infuse yourself back into that relationship where you know, parental care and of course the child upbringing, you infuse yourself back into the relationship and you're going to see the positive things and effects that come out of that.
All right, we appreciate it as always. We'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
All right, you're welcome as always. Please stay tuned, everybody. We are back right after this.
I had a dream. I walked into a dealership, picked out a new car, gave them no money, and they're letting me drive it for free the next 3 months.
At Nissan Guam, your dream has become a reality during the premier New Year event. For the new year, you can drive away a new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house, no money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Tumon or log on nissanguam.com.
Tourism is Guam's #1 industry. It creates jobs and brings in spending. When a visitor comes to Guam, they spend their money on hotels, on transportation, on shopping, on dining out. They're happy they came to Guam. You know who else is happy? The hotel they stayed in and the bellman at the hotel. The tour bus drivers and tour guides. The stores they shopped at and the banks they used. The restaurant and the waitress, the supplier who delivered the ingredients, and the farmer who supplied the produce. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. When tourists pay taxes, it means locals pay less. Let's make sure our local economy grows so it becomes strong and healthy. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
Start this year with something new in your driveway during Cars Plus Something New sales event. Make a resolution to expand your horizons with Jeep, the most awarded best-selling SUV brand. Like a Jeep Renegade or Jeep Compass, your choice. Save up to $4,000 or save $4,500 off a Jeep Grand Cherokee. How about the Jeep Cherokee 75th Anniversary Edition with savings up to $5,500 off. Stop in today for quick and easy financing. It's our Something New sales event going on now at Cars Plus and 19. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Celebrating this weekend, happy second birthday to Jaden Larry. Also celebrating Audrey Timinglow, happy birthday to an amazing, beautiful, and loving woman. Wishing you many more wonderful years to come and all the happiness you deserve in life. Love, Shelly and Richard. Happy birthday, Mayor Sablon Babauta. Coming from your family, have a happy blessed birthday. Ifamiliamu, that's what it says. Happy birthday, Edward St. Augustine. Love your family. Happy birthday, Milan Zamora. Also celebrating this weekend, happy birthday, Josefina, better known as Sophie. Pangilinan, happy 7th birthday, love the family. And happy birthday, John Edward Leon Guerrero, love your family. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your name, your photo, and your birthday so we can celebrate you. And that's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network.